Brett, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. How's your day going?
Good.
Good, good. So we're here for lesson 2.
Yep.
Glad to have you here. Thanks for coming back.
No problem.
Very, very much. Appreciate your time and your energy.
Yeah.
Little bit about. Let's talk about what we did last week and kind of how your practice and stuff went. So one of the drills we recommended was the pelvic punch. And have you had opportunity to practice that a little bit?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm clearing my hips a lot more. Everything's going pretty good.
Awesome. Any change in ball flight or contact or feel or
Contact, yeah.
anything like that?
Ball flight's still pretty the same.
Good.
Mid to high.
Okay.
So nothing's really changed there.
Okay. Still curving it right to left for the most
Yeah,
part?
a little draw, yeah.
Good.
But
Good.
other than that, everything's good.
Okay. Another thing we talked about was with your longer irons, we moved the ball slightly forward.
Yeah, that's helped a lot.
That has helped a lot?
Yeah. I
Okay.
haven't had those misses where I chunk them or block them out to the right.
Okay.
They've been pretty consistent.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice. Good.
somehow.
Good. Glad to hear it. So we didn't get through the entire bag. We still have to go through the 3-wood and the driver, as well as we're going to do probably the second part of the lesson today. We're gonna work primarily with your distance wedges. That was one of the things that you mentioned you wanted to improve your scoring at the end of the day. So today's lesson is going to be focus on distance wedges. I think that's going to help. Hitting it a little closer to the hole is definitely going to help make more birdies.
Oh, yeah.
It never hurts.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that you asked me, didn't have the answer to at the time, was what was the loft on your 4-iron? So after actually taking your club to a loft line machine, what we did was we actually figured out it was 22 degrees.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's going to be,
And I think that's what you thought it might be.
yeah, similar, 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
So my hybrid is at 18, so that gives me a 4-degree difference
Okay,
with 3 or 4 different degree difference in my
Right.
hybrid 4-iron, so
absolutely. So
that's pretty good.
one of the questions that we had was, why was there not a bigger gap in yardage there? And I think,
Yeah,
have you experienced that in your play, or were you just having a rough day with the
I
hybrid?
feel like I hit my hybrid pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Golf is
usually
tough.
probably
Golf's a
230
tough
to
game.
240 sometimes.
Okay,
Usually off the tee, but obviously it's a little different than hitting off the mat
absolutely,
or hitting off a live board.
absolutely.
So I think that was a problem.
Okay, good. Yeah, so one of the things to note, there is no industry standard on lie angle, on loft, on length. So, just for your own information, from Callaway to Titleist to Cleveland, 7-iron can be different.
Yeah.
Even within the own company, even within Callaway's
Yeah.
own 7-irons, they're not all the same,
Mhm.
across the board from, different club to different club. And even that being said, whatever they intend to make the actual lie angle for that particular set of clubs doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen either.
Yeah.
So you have to actually look at, what actually is happening. That's why it's nice to have a loft line machine
Yeah.
and really make sure that they are what they say they are.
Yeah. That helps.
Let's talk a little bit about the definition of what lie angle is. Because I think that's something that we may have overlooked potentially. And maybe I can show you, give you a little visual for the camera as well. So we've got the lie board here, okay, and the definition of lie angle is essentially the angle of the shaft of the club in relationship to the ground line, okay? And so essentially it's this distance right here when the center of the face is sold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be the this angle essentially right in there.
Yeah.
Would be the lie angle of the club. So if a player sets up like this, they're essentially changing the lie angle to the club. And that's why we are here. Obviously, Now the heel is going to hit first. So if we were to look at maybe how this reacts to while you're actually swinging, you know, if I was to set a tee down to kind of show you where the face is angled,
Yeah.
you know, if we're hitting heel heavy, you know, that's sending our shots left.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's definitely one reason why you mentioned I don't want my clubs to be bent upwards.
Yeah.
Because you don't like hitting it left. So essentially, when your toes hitting a little bit more, which were the shots that we saw were much better of yours.
Yeah.
Right, especially with the shorter irons, you were slightly out on the toe. It's going to send the ball a little more out to the right, which you know allows you to kind of have that in-to-out path
Mm-hmm.
and release and hit the draw that is your natural tendency. So at the end of the day, the function of the lie angle is really to help your off-center hits.
Yeah.
So like when you do hit the heel or the toe a little bit, it's there to kind of help you,
Yeah.
right, with that ground contact.
Mm-hmm.
So what our goal is to just find as close to center as we can get in real time. So, you know, that might be called dynamic lie angle. You know, what is your lie angle? Static would be maybe not moving,
Yeah.
and then dynamic is, you know, as we're hitting.
Yeah.
So, just to kind of maybe answer some things there, and then give you some cause and effect relationships on kind of what's happening there. So, any questions on that right now?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get right back into business if you're good with it. And so one thing I'm going to do is, because you did mention that alignment's a big key for you, one of the things we can do is, you know, when we're working with the Foresight, this is an alignment rod, and it will actually show you where alignment is. Okay, so regardless of where the launch monitor is, that now becomes 0 for
Yeah.
path. Okay, so you understand that pretty good? Okay, so you're welcome to move that, or you can leave it there if you'd like.
That's fine. You can move it.
All right, good. We're going to keep that there. And so do we have tape on the bottom of your club there?
Not yet.
All right, let's tape that up. And do you have a dot on the center of the face?
Probably not.
Okay. So, how's your day going, by the way? I forgot to ask you, you know, how you're doing. How's Brett Rhodes doing?
Not too bad.
Happy to see you,
Doing
man.
good.
Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Appreciate it. How's your game been? I mean, practice is going well, but how are your scores?
Fair. They're around even.
Around even par?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
So you haven't really seen a significant change in scores.
No, I'm just pretty consistent, I guess, but far.
And that's good. And, you know, I appreciate your honesty because I wouldn't tell somebody, hey, in an hour lesson, I'm going to be able to change your handicap. I'm going to be able to change your game. You know, I might be able to teach you a skill. I might be able to help improve, you know, a certain aspect of your game, per se. You know, help you out with maybe a little bit of this or a little bit of that. But I don't think in an hour we're going to change your whole golf game. And I really wouldn't want to because you got a great game. You got an excellent game.
Thanks.
You did a great job. Let's do a few 3-woods, and one of the things that we have from last week is essentially the data, the table of data, that the compilation of all the shots that you've had.
Yeah.
So we're going to work to create essentially a list that you can take with you. You can add it to your yardage book so you know how far you're carrying and totaling all your clubs. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to help you to score better as well. So we've got it set for fairway wood here. And feel free to fire when ready, sir.
All right.
You're actually, there's a side note, you're not on the driving range anymore. We took you to the first hole of Congressional.
All right.
So I hope you have a little fun there.
Wasn't bad.
Not bad at all.
Pretty good.
Right right in the center there. That's why.
Blocked it. See if I can get one in the middle of this too.
Okay.
That one wasn't very good. Hit pretty far back from that.
Looked like your ball is a little forward, actually.
Forward in my stance?
Yeah, a little forward in your stance, and ultimately that tends to happen. Anytime I give somebody a recommendation, especially a good player like yourself, you're a good student, you're listening, and you're trying to do what I'm asking. Sometimes you overdo it a little bit.
Is that too forward there?
Yeah,
So, right there.
yes, looks good there.
I hate hitting off this live board. It's hard. That's probably one of my better ones.
Well done. Well done. All right, let's take a look at that.
Took a chunk out of it.
So carry 253. We're not going to worry so much about total on that one because of I think it landed in the bunker there.
Yeah.
Ball speed at 154 is certainly nice.
253, 249.
I've never actually seen somebody have 0 on side spin. On that last one, it had 0 side spin.
Really?
That's awesome. Yeah, very good. I don't know if that's an anomaly or not, but. Alright, so we're gonna say 3 wood. You hit it a couple
250?
times. Yeah, carried it about 250 a couple times. So I'm gonna log in at 250 right there. And let's move on to the driver.